I often see younger creative people not wanting to acknowledge an ambition in their not just their job search, but in their own creative endeavors. Do you see that? And like, if you could expand on what you just said, advice on how to push, even just like mentally, how to not be ashamed to promote yourself. In a sense, you promoted yourself at least initially, and then things
I
have
still
taken over
promote,
you.
I still promote myself every day. It's still going because it's like that. It could end sometime, and I don't want it to end. So to have longevity, I'm still getting peanut commissions. Not as much as I did 5 years ago, but there's still, it's like I have more work than I can handle. There's still a waiting list. If nobody's contacting me to do work, then I get kind of nervous, because is this the end? But I just remember when I couldn't get arrested with my artwork.
And you've done gallery shows.
Hmm. I have one going on right now in Long Island.
How does the kind of fine art, the personal art, affect, if at
Oh yeah,
all, your quote unquote day job working with toys?
no, that's a good one because actually they kind of feed each other. So I learn a lot of new things, within the toy industry, or I actually didn't know how to sculpt until I started doing the peanut art. Before that, I just did drawings and things like that, and I did a lot of animation. I did teach myself how to do animation, but now I'm like a sculptor. Then I got into 3D sculpting, and so I sculpt all the time now, and that all came from my side hustle. We do a lot of animated feature plush, and the guy who sewed our prototypes, like he moved away, and we didn't have anyone, so somebody had to pick up the slack. So I taught myself sew, do 3D soft design. It's actually very satisfying. I kind of like it more than anything, but I don't do it all the time because we don't have a need for it all the time. But I listen to audiobooks while I'm doing it. It's very, you gotta have a lot of patience and it's very time consuming, but I like it.